We're going to be doing a full face of P.Louise makeup today, and I'm so excited. We're going to be doing peach and brown today. I just think that's going to look so pretty. I am going to use my Makeup by Mario eye primer, but I'm also going to use the P.Louise peach eye base. So I'm just going to start off with Makeup by Mario, and I'm going to put that like right above my crease because I'm not going to have too much of that peach. I just don't want to take the peach too high up. I'm just going to put the peach directly on the lid. So we'll just start off with this color first. And I actually have some P.Louise brushes I'm going to be using today. This is actually like a carver brush. I'm going to put a little bit of this peach shade on the back of my hand. Pick it up and I'm going to paint that all over the lid up to the crease, meeting that other shade. I've never tried any of P.Louise bases before, so I am curious as to how these lay down and how shadows apply on top of them. This is kind of like a pinky peach shade. Either way, it'll work fine. It'll just make the shadows pop a little more. So I'm not going to set my base today. I'm just trying to make sure it's nice and even. For eyeshadow, I'm going to be using this palette, If the Crown Fits. And I'm actually going to pull out the drawer because the drawer has a lot of peach and brown shades. So we're going to be using this today. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a shimmer or just like an all matte look. So what I'm going to do is start off with a matte shade, and I think I'm going to go into this peach shade right here. This one is called Shiny Things, and I'm going to start by tapping that right on this front half. Ooh, that is beautiful. Do you see how vibrant that is? Having that color base underneath is definitely going to help too. My goodness, that's so pretty. Ooh, we might be doing like an all matte look today. Same thing for this side, just applying. Somebody had asked me what the P.Louise eyeshadows compare to. And I would say the closest thing that I have to P.Louise formula would be Glam Light. I just think that the mattes are really pigmented, and also the shimmers are always like so sparkly. The color is so vibrant, it's so bright. I kind of feel like I'm having like a little bit of patchiness here. I don't know if that's maybe I'm swiping too hard or what, but it's just like not wanting to stick. I'm going to go ahead and pick up a little bit more of that base and just tap right in that bare kind of spot. While it's still tacky, just go ahead and tap over that with the powder. See if that helps. Okay, so that did help. I think I was just pressing too hard, and I think I moved the base underneath a little bit. I love this shade. It's so pretty. It's so bright. Okay, now I think I'm going to go into this brown shade right here. This one is called Bluebird, and I'm going to put that on the outer corner. I'm not sure how deep I want this outer corner to be, so I'm starting off a little bit lighter on the brown. You can always go back and deepen it up if you want. Ooh, that's looking really cute. I like those two shades together. Blending the two together. Okay, so do I want to add shimmer? I think I'm gonna say yes because I always want to add shimmer. So I think I am gonna add shimmer, even though I really do like how bright and vibrant that is. I think I'm just gonna go in and use this shade that was right next to that shade. This one is called Happy Ending, and I'm just gonna put that right over top and see how that looks. Like, this shimmer is having a hard time showing up because that matte shade is so pigmented. Okay, so I feel like I'm just going to go in with my finger because the brush is just like not wanting to put the shimmer down the way I want it to show up. Same thing for this side. Shimmers will always show up more with your finger. And then I will just go around the edges with the brush. These are so pretty though. Going back in with that brown and just blending between the two. I know it's looking crazy, but just trust the process. I'm going to take the brown and blend everything out. Switching over, picking up a fluffy brush, I'm going into this light brown shade here. And I'm going to start blending the top of this out, just so we can kind of get more of a gradient and it's not so harsh. Of course, going back in with the brown brush and blending out that brown shade. Anytime you start blending, you will start losing some of the color, so you just kind of have to go back and blend it again. Add the colors back in until you achieve the pigment that you want with it. So far, I'm loving it. It's looking super bright. I love this peach shade. It's beautiful. Okay, so let's go ahead and clean up with a makeup wipe. See what we're working with here. I think I might go in and deepen up this outer corner a little bit. So I do think I want to go in with that really dark brown shade, which is called Royal Status, and I'm going to add that to this outer corner. I want a little more depth out here just because the inner portion of the lid is so bright. I would like to deepen up this outer corner a little bit. Yeah, I just think that having a deeper outer corner looks better. I love having a deep outer corner. Go back in with that blending brush just a little. Blend out the edges. Yeah, I like that better. I like that like a bit deeper. And then I think I might take this really light peachy shade and add to the top of the brow bone a little, just to kind of tie everything in. And I'm gonna go in with a dark brown eyeliner today. Clean up one more time with the makeup wipe. I'm loving this so far. It looks so cute. Okay, so going in with P.Louise primer. This is the Partner in Pink primer. This is a very hydrating, like moisturizer type of primer. It does feel really nice on the skin. For foundation, I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of the Makeup by Mario foundation. Just applying one pump to the face. I can't believe like how well this actually works, but I think it looks beautiful. And this is his F1 brush, which is absolutely amazing for the foundation. And I will be using a little bit of my Sephora contour using the Mario F4 brush. This brush is beautiful for this. For bronzer, I'm going in with P.Louise. This one is in the shade Made to Shade, and I'm just going to apply it directly. This shade is a little darker than I would prefer for right now, but it'll work. Starting on the nose, just gonna press it in. It melts into the skin beautifully. I mean, I really do love P.Louise bronzer. It is one of the best cream bronzers. Like how easily that just melted in, and even though it is a darker shade, I don't think it's too dark and I can still make it work. It blends out beautifully. I love it. Okay, so going in with P.Louise blusher, I'm gonna use this coral shade. I just think I have to use it. It's gonna match the eye look perfectly. Okay, so I'm just gonna take my brush that I use for bronzer and lightly dip in here because I'm not sure how pigmented these are. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty. My goodness, that's beautiful. Again, just melting right into the skin so nicely. I just like tapped it in there twice. She's pigmented, but really gorgeous. I love that, and it looks perfect with the eye look. This one is in the shade Peach of My Heart, so perfect. Don't worry if the blush looks a little crazy. We still have concealer to do. But I am going to go in with a little bit of this peach highlighter. I just think it is going to be so perfect. And it does have like the little wand that you just squeeze up out of there. And we're just going to apply it right on top of this blush. Oh, so pretty. Okay, so just using same brush, blending it out. And this way we have a really pretty, I mean, look at that. That looks perfect with that shade of blush. I love that. It looks so pretty. Just going in with a little bit of Makeup by Mario concealer. And I'm just going to use the foundation brush to blend out. And the concealer will just give us any extra coverage that we need. Using the smaller side to blend out underneath the eye. And then what I'll do is just flip over and kind of blend on top of that blush, just to kind of get the two to meet and blend together. I don't want any harsh lines, and that just kind of tones down that blush a little. Anytime you feel like you've lost any of your blush, you can always just go back in with your brush and just tap over just to bring that pigment back a little bit, but so cute. I love it. Just gonna set under the eye with Makeup by Mario powder and the T-zone. Moving on to powders, I'm gonna go into Sephora to set down the cream contour. Okay, so I'm going in with this face palette to set down the bronzer, the blush, and the highlight. I'm so excited to try out this face palette. I haven't tried any powder bronzer from P.Louise. This does look like a light shade, but oh yeah, that's beautiful. That set that down beautifully. It's not too dark, but it's not too light either. So I do love this. That's beautiful. That's like actually probably my perfect bronzer shade right now. Just a little here and here. I love that, and it looks super smooth on the skin as well. Okay, so let's pick up this blush shade and add this on top. Oh, that's beautiful. It's not too bright of a peach. It is a very just natural peachy shade. Love that. That looks gorgeous. Yes, that is beautiful. Okay, and I think I am going to use that peachy highlighter. Yes, that's beautiful. I'm going to build it up because you know I love highlighter. Oh, that's so pretty. It looks gorgeous on the skin. It's not glittery and it doesn't emphasize your texture. So I do love that. It looks just so beautiful on the skin. I love this face palette. I also do want to take that peach and use that on the brow bone, just to tie in, and also the inner corner. And then for the lower lash line, I think I'm going to go into that matte peach shade just to add some brightness under the eye. That is beautiful. So let's go ahead and curl the lashes. And I'm just going to use the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara today. I'm going to run a little brow gel through the eyebrows. So for lips, I'm going to be using the lipstick. I'm excited. This looks like a beautiful shade of peach. And then of course, I'm going to be pairing it with one of these brown lip liners. Starting off with the darkest brown. Wow, these are really nice creamy. Now I'm going to add the lipstick, and this one is in the shade Risky Business. Oh yeah, I love that shade. Super smoothing on the lips. Sometimes matte lipsticks can make your like wrinkles in your lips like stand out more, but this one does not. It's kind of like a hydrating matte lipstick. I don't know how else to say that. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with a lighter shade of brown and kind of feather in. Well, I love this. This is so awesome. Go back in with a little darker. Okay, so I'm also gonna use a color out of this lip palette. I think I wanna use this like peachy shade. Tap in the center a little. Go back in with a little more lip liner. I love it. It looks so cute. Maybe use a little of the darker for a little more definition. That's so pretty. I love it. Okay, so last but not least, going in with a little bit of the Makeup by Mario setting spray. Okay, you guys, so this is the completed look using a full face of P.Louise. I absolutely love how this look turned out. I think it's so cute. I love the browns and the peaches together. Absolutely adorable. I think this is actually a pretty fun look for springtime. It keeps my neutrals in there with a little bit of brown, but it brings the pop of color in there with the peach shade, so I do love it. As always, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!